So I did 2 streams this week, and two of them had some bandmate related stuff to them. Okay, not bandmate related. Okay, I'm gonna say bandmate adjacent. One of them was an actual bandmate song, but it was one of their earlier songs called "Be Okay." Do either of you guys know that song?
I remember that one.
Okay, so I saw a live version of that, and the first thing that I thought was, listen, okay, so the song, it wasn't the greatest quality that I was watching. It was a long time ago. It was shot from the crowd or whatever. And it was a pretty decent song. Not anything that I was going to be overly not anything that I was going to be like overly like analytical about, because there was a lot of like that the pop punk nature from the beginning of their career, which like I thought it was catchy and it was fun. But really what it came down to, the reason that I enjoyed watching that video was because first of all, Miku didn't have a guitar. And I didn't know that there was ever a point in time where I knew that she had gotten better and better at guitar, and she wasn't really playing in the beginning of the, like, I know she wasn't recording her stuff, but I'd never seen a live performance where she was not wearing a guitar on her, right? And it was really interesting to actually see Psyche and Miku on stage with nothing but microphones and like working off of each other. And I felt like the real appeal of that video was being able to see Miku finally in a situation where she didn't have to focus on the guitar, and we got to see her full personality come out, the personality that you see when they're not playing and they're just doing their like, intermission time and stuff like that, but during a song this time. And I thought it was cool, man. She was headbanging the whole time. She was, she was walking around. She just felt like she was so entirely engaged in the song itself. And that's the type of thing where like that's that extra 20% to me. That's that thing where I go, okay, the song was pretty cool. It was fine, but like really, I just enjoyed watching them do stuff on the stage.
Nice.
Yeah,
Uh,
she's been such a trooper, and now it's paying off because they're celebrating their 10th anniversary and they're having tremendous amount of success. And yeah, that song "Be Okay," coming off of their first album, way back when they were just trying to sort of figure out how can we get this band to work, how can we pull it all together. And she's just always been sort of the, I feel like she was always like the glue, the heart of the band, that was able to sort of pull in the massive talent that they
Yeah.
have there made and bring them together and make it work. So yeah, that was part of my discovery with them as well. When I discovered them several years ago, was going and looking at some of that raw footage of some of their earlier things that they did, which is getting very hard to find now because of takedown stuff. So it's I'm kind of surprised that you were able to find an older video from their earlier stuff.
Thank you, patrons. They are the key
Yeah.
to our success.
Exactly.
But yeah, yeah, it was like I said, it wasn't a great quality video, so they probably didn't bother to take it down because like barely see or hear what was going on in it. But like I couldn't analyze it. You know what I mean? Like the quality was so poor that I couldn't like even really tell what was happening instrumentally. I just knew the overall sound of the song. But again, it was all about just like, here's Miku without a guitar playing a song, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like she's doing so much more right now. But the other song that I checked out on stream, excuse me, sorry. The other song that I checked out was let me find the title of it so that I don't botch this completely. Band called Little Cumin.
Oh,
Song was called Hatsukoi Ribbon. Do
yeah.
either of you know what that is?
Miku's little first band.
Yes.
First
Yeah.
underground and she was in. Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna be a little less nice about this one. um,
Oh,
there were so for anybody that doesn't know, it was a three-girl idol band or idol group. There was no instruments. It was an idol group, right? And the song was as poppy as a song could possibly get, right? Like it was just straight up Disney pop music, right? And most of the video was just the girls looking at the camera. I don't want to say anything mean about the other girls involved. I know nothing about them. All I'll say is that even at that point, you could tell that Miku had quite a level above when it came to
Mm.
charisma and personality. I'm not going to say that the song was very great.
Well, and she
um,
wasn't even she wasn't the lead. She was kind of a backup vocalist for the other girl who was leading that idol group, as I recall. Right?
well, in that song, it seemed like they just went back and forth. It was like one would sing and then the next would sing and then Miku would sing and then back and forth and back and forth. So I think they were just kind of like alternating. Might have been a couple times where they were singing together, but it wasn't even really like they were. It wasn't even. Let me just say this: they were very, very young, and they were clearly trying to break into the industry, and I completely support the effort involved in it. But I just wanted to point it out because I thought even then it seemed like Miku had a charisma level above the other people that she was surrounded with, and she obviously took that to Bandmaid with her. And seeing that earlier stuff, you could just tell, you could just tell. And I honestly thought she had the best voice in the group, also, which is interesting. That it still kind of blows me away that she was like mainly a vocalist before Bandmaid, and then she came to Bandmaid, and she was like, okay, I'll be the sub vocalist, which is from her perspective, it's probably not an easy thing to choose, but like she knew what she needed to do, like you said, that she is the glue that holds this together. So I love that I could go back and see her sort of like in a featured role, and obviously it's Krupo now, so we could kind of check her out at a little bit more of that situation now. The funniest thing is comparing something like Peace and Love, by Krupo, to something like Lil Cumin, and seeing what her solo concepts are like 10 years apart from each other. And obviously the talent level is so much greater now.
I don't know what you want to call it, fate or whatever universal thing you believe in, but it actually is probably a good thing that her first idol group didn't quite work out, because if it had, then I don't think we would have had a bandmate. So I think it was one of those things where when you're young and up and coming as an artist, you got to cut your teeth somewhere. You got to make some mistakes and kind of let some things not quite come together. So that was probably a bit of good fortune that that first idol group that she was in didn't quite work out, because if it had been successful, would we would have I mean, I think we've already said this before, and it's almost like I can't say it enough. If it hadn't been for Bandmaid, would we be here? Because Bandmaid was definitely the group that pulled me into this scene. So I'm grateful for that. And so in a way, it probably sucked at the time that her idol group didn't work out, but I'm kind of like, it's a good thing. Because
somebody in the chat said that she won a 2-year contract to be in that idol group, and then she quit after a year because she didn't want to do it anymore.
Nice.
So she even saw the writing on the wall, I guess, and decided, like, this is not the direction that I want to go in.
Hey guys, thank you for watching. The Gaijin guys this year are really trying to up our game in the Japanese music news space, so we really rely on our Patreon supporters and our members over here on YouTube, so thank you so much. So if you guys can help, consider becoming a Patreon supporter or a member, and you also get exclusive group reactions from all of the guys. Stay awesome, everyone. See you in the next one. See you!